Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today for our monthly service for Konko Daijin. This is our founder. I'm Edna Matsuoka, and together with Reverend Yasuhiro Yano, he'll be the head officiant today. Please join us in prayer. Kido Hairi. Mediation Prayer, page 2. Let us lead the sacred mediation now, Konko Daijin, sincerely and wholeheartedly, each and every day. May we receive the mediation manual with all our hearts and souls on this day, this very moment. Konko Daijin sama, Konko Daijin sama, Konko Daijin sama, Konko Daijin sama. Purification prayer. Through the way of mediation, may our sincere apologies be acceptable to you, our divine parent. We acknowledge our mistakes and misunderstandings, errors and ignorance of your divine favor. We apologize for all our shortcomings and irreverences from past generations. Guide us and amend our way of living, reflect your divine will, with a pure, joyful, and loving heart, always one with you. Kami prayer. Reverently we pray, the brilliance of heaven, the riches of earth. Time goes without cease, years pass without end. In heaven and earth, the light that nurtures all. In heaven and earth, the truth that us all. For this one is born, for he was us. Let us pray the chief animal Kami. Let us pray the divine canon of the universe. Kami loves and cares for all humanity, all those who live between heaven and earth. To revere Kami as a divine parent, to live in constant benevolence with the souls away. Yet may he not knowing the way, allow ingredients of selfishness. There is also the cycle of lust fortunes, greatest and sorrow. Our founding father, Konko Daijin, suffered many trials in this world, but held passive faith and sincerity. He received Kami's great blessing, and began a life of mutual fulfillment of Kami and humanity. Humbly we pray, the divine parents we wish for those fulfilled. Konko Daijin accepted the call to mediation, that is the nature of the will of Kami and humanity. By it, not only will we all who sought him, expanding the blessings of heaven and earth, and healing of the coming of night. By night we pray for those who grieve, seeking salvation for all who suffered, and healing of the dawn of day. The years pass, the world changed, it now hears from his past. Thus was Edna Sensei my guardians before our daily life. The divine favor was thus renewed, and blessings slowly exhausted, establishing the way of eternal prosperity, the way of mediation of the Konko Daijin. By this wondrous revelation, we are given knowledge of the way, to our hardships with this world, to clean our body and soul. The way of mediation teaches us to turn our hearts to come. That we are for day and night, whether we are near or far. The way of mediation teaches us to pray with total trust. For being aware of divine favor, we offer our sincere apologies and pledge to mend our ways. Let us live our faith every day, seeking and rejoicing in divine favor. Let us care for those in pain and invite them to the way. Let us guide those who are lost and awaken them to a life of purpose. Coming fulfilling us, we are fulfilling coming. May this way of mutual fulfillment be manifested in the world. May coming wish for peace and well-being of all people be fulfilled. So we humbly pray, so we earnestly pray.
May Sashi prayer for the monthly service for Gorikai Konko Daijin. Gorikai Konko Daijin, life of 20 Kainu Kami. On behalf of the Konko Mission Hagio, I ask Yanu to pray prayer. We are gathered here today for monthly service to found the Gorikai Konko Daijin on this day, March 10, the 24th. Through this service, we extend our sincere gratitude and acknowledgement for the divine work, contribution, and perpetual presence of Gorikai Konko Daijin, who has been sent to the world for the well-being of the entire humanity through the divine will of Tenchi Kainu Kami. We solemnly acknowledge the divine will of life for Tenchi Kainu Kami revealed to humanity in 1873. Tenchi Kainu Kami stated, although people live between heaven and earth, there are now coming blessings, shrines, temples, and houses, all stand on Kami's word. With the realities, the people consolidate the actions and discipline to come. They suffer hardship with these offenses. Tenchi Kainu Kami as an Gorikai Konko Daijin to provide blessings and teaching so the mankind may prosper. Kami is Kami because of man, and man is man because of Kami. Both are fulfilled through this mutual relationship. Through the found Gorikai Konko Daijin, we have become enlightened to the blessing of Tenchi Kainu Kami, and have enjoyed His blessing in all aspects of our life. We extend our deep appreciation for the work of personal mediation, the well-being of humanity, and a peaceful world. This divine function has been kept by the spiritual head of the Konko organization in the last 65 years. This year marks the 210th anniversary of the found Konko Daijin. Also marks 141 years since history production. We extend our prayers and appreciation for perpetual services of the tourism mediation by 6th spiritual head, Reverend Hiromichi Konko. We pray for his good health and continued services. We also extend our thanks to the ministers who have dedicated their life to spread the Konko faith and many places in the world. The founding minister of this church, the late Reverend Takahashi, was initiated into the Konko faith, and he will to become Konko minister through the tourism mediation of the Reverend mission of Guru and dedicated in our mission work in Washington for 22 years since 1940 to extend our deep appreciation and heart of gratitude for enormous operation of this church in the last 84 years. It is through the divine guidance and arrangements as well as the support and help all the people who have ever established relationship to this church and the help of their own eternal spirit that the Konko Hagio has come thus far. We sincerely ask that for Teiji Kaino Kan, Gorikai II Konko Daijin, and eternal spirit to continue to help and guide us in the progress of his and further expansion of Konko history in Hawaii. We have been trying to be mindful of any elements of blessing of Teiji Kaino Kan and try to respond in acknowledgement and appreciation of blessings which we make for granted, whether it is the water we use, the food we enjoy, the air we breathe, the land we live on, and natural resources we utilize, the job we have, the family we perpetuate, and all of our normal body function and abilities. All elements of the life are possible through the grace and love of life of Teiji Kaino Kan. Thank you for the blessings we have been enjoying in our personal and social life. We strive to actualize the teachings of the Father. Teiji Kaino Kan, please accept our present here today, the many offerings, services in any form and prayer forward to you as tokens of our appreciation and deep felt gratitude for the blessing we receive. Let us remind ourselves that Gorikai Konko Daijin is there to help us, aid us, and guide us to be able to deal with any encounter in life. Thank you for your extended prayer. When the people of the world pray to Gorikai Konko Daijin with a sincere and single heart, please fulfill whatever request they have. Please forgive our devious and ignorance from such an blessing we may fail to regularly appreciate and reverence offenses we might have committed knowingly and unknowingly. Please help us to reform our hearts to be united with the heart of the life Teiji Kaino Kan. We earnestly pray for peace and harmony to prevail through our acknowledgement of the divine message that states, no one is aware of the blessings of heaven and earth, which enable people to live. Come, shall our people become aware of the blessings of heaven and earth. The Gorikai Konko Daijin be brought throughout the world, with sunshine in every country, without exception. We continue to extend our prayers for places throughout the world that are being experiencing hardships due to natural disaster, crime, poverty, famine, poor governance, pollution, and other elements. Dear life of Teiji Kaino Kan, please allow us to be of service to you in helping others. As utmost personal thanks for the blessings we have been able to enjoy. We pray that the blessed of service is good to one and all.
Highly. recitation of Tenju Takitsuke, page 6.
極み金剛大臣天地神の神真に願えおかげは心にあり今月今日へ頼め Pray sincerely with all your heart we want you to come Kami's blessings begin within heart with grateful and caring happy and joy Look to Kami always now and forever on this very day pray 極み金剛大臣天地神の神真に願えおかげは心にあり今月今日へ頼め Pray sincerely with all your heart be one with Kami Kami's blessings begin within hearts grateful and caring begin harmony and joy Look to Kami always now and forever on this very day pray Adoration Prayer page 7 We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We bow our heads in prayer toward earth rich and deep. Living amid such gifts of Kami's great giving, how happy and grateful we are. The mediation of Kyami Konko Daijin does not stop for us in single day. The protection of the divine parent embraces all far and wide. The blessings of Kami flow without limit all generations. The ways of Kami are mysterious and wondrous beyond our understanding. Day by day, every day, earnestly and fervently, we praise the virtues of Kami. We honor the power of Kami. Shintoku Sanji, page 29. 仰ぎ祭れば天高く仰ぎ祭れば天高く愚がみ祭ればしわらずし神の恵みに生かされる身の幸いとありがたき我が生き神の御取り次ぎと日も隠る時のなく天地の神の御守りとはき近きの隔てなし神に尽くしみはよろずよにあまねく道で果てしなく感計らいはくすしくて人の思いぞ及ばざる我ら今月今日やみ祭りてひたすらに神の御影をたたえ祭らん神のひれいを仰ぎ祭らん
喜怒拝礼喜怒拝礼Mitama Prayer, page 12. Spirits of those who have gone before us, you are given the gift of life in this vast and endless universe. We desire to live faithfully, each according to your span of years. You remember each time your life you told from generation to generation. Honor as a foundation of our society, the roots of our families. Through the mysterious workings of Kami, you enter the Konko faith. the way of Konko Daijin, respect the will of the divine current. Your master and your faith, to take this world beyond, and live curiosity. Our gratitude is boundless for your loving favors. We revere as the ancestral spirits of our home, our own divine spirits. We beseech you to stand by us, each and every one. We see the favor of coming, and help us to guard our paths and people with the faith. Protect us, guide us, enrich us, that we may never lose the way of faith, that we may live down to all generations, that we may live peace and prosperity within our homes. Protect us, guide us, and enrich us. Kido Hairi.神殿。この兵器に境に恋愛差し止めるからその分に承知してくれ。外家業いたし農業で人が願いで呼びに行く戻り。願いが過ぎまた農へでまたも呼びに来農業する間もなし。来た人も待ち両方の差し支えに相なる。なんと家業やめてくれぬか。その方42歳の年には病気で死も手を離し。心配だし神仏に願いをかけれ連会だしその時死んだと思うて欲を離して天地界の神を助けてくれ家内もご家になったと思うてくれごきよりまし物言われ相談もなり子供を連れてぼとぼと農業をしよってくれこの方のように実に丁寧神信心いたしおうじこが世間に何本も難儀なうじこあり問い次ぎ助けてやってくれ神も助かりうじこも立ち行くうじこあっての神神あってのうじこ繁盛いたしすえぜ親にかかり子にかかり愛をかけようで立ち行くLet's read page 70, Divine Message received on November 15, 1859. With the completion of the sacred staff, I'll end your farming career. Please understand, when you are out farming, the person at home has to go out and call you whenever someone comes to give a request. And after you relay the request, you have to go back out again. We have to keep going in and out of the field. This is the little time of farming, and the worshiper must also wait for you. Both you and the worshiper are being inconvenienced when you stop farming. When you were gravely ill at 42, the doctor gave up hope. Everyone worried about you. You prayed to the kami and Buddhas and were blessed with complete recovery. Regard this event as your death. Dispel all desires as the Shinchi Kani no Kami. Also, your wife should consider herself a widow. This is better than being a real widow, while she can still talk to you. This doesn't matter. She should take the children with her to do the farm work. There are many people like yourself who have sincere faith in kami, but still have many problems. Help these people by performing mediation. This will help kami and save people. People exist because of kami, and kami exists because of people. Thus, kami supports people as kami children, and people support kami as their parent. The only eternal prosperity is ideal kaki of mutual interdependency. The Konko Faith Our Creed, page 73. We believe in Tenchi Kani no Kami, the divine pattern of the universe. Our founder, Konko Daijin, embraced Kami's revelations, and as divine mediator, answered the call to eternal mediation. Our continuing goal from moment to moment is to realize Kami within each of us. We are fulfilled through Kami, Kami is fulfilled through us. The happiness of everyone is Kami's greatest wish. We give thanks for Kami's blessings, mysterious, wondrous, and mundane. Blessings begin with our own hearts filled with harmony and joy. We pray wholeheartedly to Kami, today and every day, trusting Kami as our loving parent, finding peace of mind. We give our faith and service to Kami, each other, and our world, nurturing and nurturing to be fulfilled. We revere those who have gone before us, spirits one with Kami, caring for us eternally. We respect and appreciate other paths taken by humanity for spiritual fulfillment. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today for our monthly service for Kiami Konko Daijin Sama, our founder. And today, after the service at 10:30 a.m., we're going to have a Rotary Hanashikai gathering on Zoom. So if you can, I don't know how you're going to join us, but there's a Zoom passcode on Edna Sensei's newsletter. So if you can join us, please do so. And today's theme is legacies, right? Legacies. So basically, I read the founder's legacy right here, the Rikkyo Shinden, and we read it every Getsure Sai on the first and Tenchika no Kami-sama Getsure Sai and the founder's monthly service. We read it twice a month while here at church. And this is basically the founder's legacy, a brief history of his life. And because of that, the Konko Kyo is in existence. So at the age of 42, he almost died, Konko-sama. The founder almost died, and 42, basically that's my age right now. So I think, wow, the founder almost died at this age. And 42 is considered very unlucky in Japanese or Asian cultures because it's the yakudoshi. And really, even the doctors gave up hope for his recovery. And everybody was by his bedside, and they were pretty much waiting for the founder to die. And that's when the founder realized something within his own heart that he must, that he had to apologize to Kami-sama, the deity. That no matter how careful he was being with the days and directions, he was still being, there are some inconsistencies, and he was being irreverent. But the very fact of trying to avoid Konjin, when Konjin is actually the Kami-sama that blesses us, you know? So it's like trying to avoid something that's been so giving, you know? Like, how could we do that? It's like trying to avoid our parents who, like, from a very young age, from since we were born, they've been changing our diapers, they've been feeding us. And, you know, as I watch our nephew grow up, it's like, wow, you know, he really can't do anything without our help, the help of adults, you know? He can't change his own diapers. He can't prepare a bottle of milk and feed himself. It's like he needs help. But, you know, parents, they help out kids from when they're babies, even until they're, you know, they're older. Even after they're married, our parents still help us. But it's like Kami-sama. Kami-sama helps us since the beginning of time. Yet, it's like people have been trying to avoid Kami-sama, Konjin-sama. And that's where days and directions come, where people search the days and directions and determine where Konjin is at that time, on that day, and try to avoid the wrath of Konjin. But it's like Konjin-sama or Konjin will like, hey, I'm just trying to give you guys blessings. I don't know what you're trying to do avoiding me. But and it's like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So the founder, Konko Daijin, was like the first person who was like, you know what? Konjin-sama is not a bad kami-sama at all. Kami-sama, Konjin-sama is a kami-sama of blessings and only blessings. What am I doing trying to avoid kami-sama? But he's like the first one that be like, you know what? There's no avoiding this God. This God is everywhere. Can't run away from this energy. We should revere it instead. We should appreciate it. And that's where Konko Kyo was born. So this is our legacy, the Rikkyo Shinden. I know some of the words are in the Rikkyo Shinden, because we read the English translation, might not make some sense. Like, oh, consider yourself a widow. You know, right? People may be like, what? Consider yourself a widow. That's so weird. But because the founder was saved, because he was supposed to die at the age of 42. And he was saved. So his life after the age of 42, after the age where he was able to live extra lives until the age of 70, is considered like a spare for him. So it's like he died once already. So now he fully dedicated his life to Kami-sama, the life force. And that's why we have this church today. And that's why I am able to receive blessings, and we all are too. So let's continue Kyoso-sama's legacy. And I'm sure that you all have your own legacy, your own family legacies, the faith legacies, income legacy. And today is a really good day to share that in the Rotary Hanachikai gathering today. Well, anyway, speaking of the founder passing away at the age of 42, and he basically received a miracle, you know, because he was going to die, but he came back to life again, but he was saved. He was saved from really a dire situation. And I want to share an episode at work where I had a patient. And it's weird because we work in oncology and hematology, so a lot of strange, like, blood-borne diseases people have, like autoimmune conditions too. And I've been seeing more of those frequently, where no matter how many blood transfusions or platelets we transfuse them with, the counts drop like the next day, you know? It's like the body, like the immune system just eats it up, and it stays continuously low. It jumps a little bit, but then it drops again. So there's this one lady who, her immunity, it was so low, everything was low. White blood cell counts were low, hemoglobin, hematocrit, platelets, and it's like she's been in the hospital for quite some time. And even the doctor came into a room and had a lengthy talk with her and said, "You're not going to go home." Because she was supposed to go home that day, you know, and she was looking forward to it. But that morning when her labs came up, she was like, it was low again, really low. And the doctor was like, you know what, you're not going to go home today. This is going to be your home. The hospital's going to be your home. So it's like, that's kind of indirectly telling her that you're not going to go home. You're basically going to be pretty much pass away there. And, you know, she had that high energy that she was going to go home, but it's like, it got extinguished by those words, and I could feel like she was really like sad and like, you know, that was really low energy. And, you know, as nurses, we're not supposed to give patients false hope. But I just asked her, I said, okay, the doctor told you you're not going to go home. This is going to be your home. But what do you want? I said. And she said, oh, I want to go home, she said. And I said, okay, you want to go home? And what else? She said, I want my counts to improve. I said, okay, good. So I want to know her goal. Not what the doctor tells her what's going to happen. What does she want for her own heart? So I asked for that. And I told that lady, I said, you know what, you remind me of a patient I had more than 10 years ago. And she was a rather young lady in her 30s, and she had like the same condition as you, gave her transfusions, counts didn't go up. We gave her so much transfusions, and she ended up having to go to the ICU. And when her condition stabilized again, she returned back to our unit. And when it did, her husband approached me. Because I guess my nurse manager told them that I'm a minister. Like, I didn't want her to know that, but anyway, but my manager did. So he approached me and said, oh, I heard you are a minister too. Can you please pray for my wife? And I said, what? She told you that? And I was like, okay, I can give your wife prayers, but I'm Konko. I'm not like Christian or a major religion. And he said, I don't care what faith you are, I just need prayers for my wife. So I was like, okay. And I didn't feel like just going in there and say, okay, let's do prayers. Like, I had to ask Kami-sama for the opportunity to pray, and thankfully that evening I had the opportunity to pray for her. And it's like, everything was low, conflict, everything was low. So I held her hand and I said, okay, let's talk to your cells. Let's talk to all those billions and trillions of cells that are working very hard for you every day. The people in your lives, your family, the hospital, all your support systems, let's give thanks to them. And just tell your body, I'm sorry, because something is up. We don't know what caused this problem that you almost died. But let's offer some apology too. And so we said thank you, we said I'm sorry, and we said I love you. Love every cell in her body from head to toe. And then she began to cry out of gratitude. And from the very next day, her platelet count was a 1, okay, on that day of the prayer. And the next day it became a 2. And it increased, it doubled, tripled, and like within a week, her counts normalized. And it's insane because it's like spontaneous healing going on. And I don't know what caused it, but it must be the energy that became good again, I think, in her body. But before that prayer, I asked that lady, when do you want to go home? Like, when do you wish to get well and go home? And she said to me, I want to go home one day before Easter so I can go to church with my family to give thanks. And I said, okay, let's write it down. I wrote the exact date she wanted to go home. And you would not believe she was able to go home one day before Easter. So it's like amazing miracles can happen. Because like all the staff were like, oh man, she might pass because it was so difficult, whatever she was going through. So I told her that story, the patient that story, and she was like, wow, that's amazing, that's incredible. So I said, okay, when do you want to go home? And like in a reasonable amount of time, when do you want to go home? And she said, okay, 1 week. And I wrote it down, okay, exactly 1 week from today is this date. And I wrote it on the board. And I also wrote, I want my counts to normalize, and I want to go home on this date. And then she asked me, oh, do you think I can go home within 1 week? And I was like, oh, I don't know. Let's put it out into the universe, And she was so hopeful, I guess, that it gave her hope. And she must have done the same thing, give thanks to herself. So I told her the importance of doing that. And I also told her that it's important not to do that with an ulterior motive, Like, oh, I'm going to give thanks so my cells become better so I can go home. It's like, no, we have to be sincerely grateful for what our body does for us every single day. And she said, okay. And she said, oh, yeah, next week. And I was like, oh, let's see what happens. And she said, yeah, let's see what happens. And I didn't go to work for like 3 or 4 days after that, so I didn't know what happened. But every day I kept praying for her, and I kept wondering, oh, I hope she's better, I hope her counts are improving. And then when I returned back to work, and on the 4th day, I looked immediately if she was still on her floor, and I couldn't find her name. And like part of me was like, oh no, I hope she didn't go to a more acute unit. I was like, oh, where's her name? And then I checked the access 2 days ago, and her name wasn't there again. I was like, 3 days ago, her name wasn't there. So I was like, oh, from 3 days ago, her name is gone. It's not there anymore. So I thought maybe something acute happened. I was like, oh no, what happened? And I asked my coworkers, like, do you know what happened to that patient? And they're like, no, I don't know what happened. And then the charge nurse came, and I asked her, hey, do you know what happened to that patient that was in that room? And she's like, oh yeah, she went home. I was like, what? She went home? Wait. So, like, when did she go home? Oh, she went home on Friday. I was like, Friday? But, wow, in my heart, I was like, wait, we did that prayer on Thursday. So, like, she received the blessings the next day? Oh my God, that's amazing, you know? That's impossible. It was like, I thought 1 week is a reasonable amount of time for Kami-sama, but I was like, Kami-sama was like, no, I'm going to give you blessings right now. And I was like, well, how did she go home? I mean, her counts were low. I asked the charge nurse, and she said, oh yeah, her counts, like, it improved a lot the next day. So, yeah, she went home. Whoa, amazing. So, it's good to set the date of when you want to receive blessings. You know, like, if you want to go to, like, Japan or something, you can't be there saying, oh yeah, I want to go to Japan one day, yeah, one day I want to go to Japan, yeah, one day. Well, like when? What year you want to go? What month do you want to go? Set the date. If you set the date, then your whole body, your cells are going to get ready for that trip. And if you want to heal also, don't be like, oh yeah, I want to get better, I want to get better, I want to get better, I want to get better. It's like, someone's asking you, when do you want to get better? You want to get better now? You want to get it better next week, next month? Never? When? You know? So if you have a date, an exact date, go for it. Set that as your goal. Write it down somewhere where you can see it every day, right above your toilet paper roll. I don't know. Put it where you can see it every day. So your eyes look at that date, and it will race to it, you know. It's going to prime your body to get you all good for that date. And there's even a teaching that Konko Daijin said. Okay, Konko Daijin advised, set your own due date to receive divine blessings. Then make your request. Ask for divine blessings within a week, a day, or even immediately. If there is no sign of blessings on your due date, request again. If there is still no sign, request for a third time. Do not give up. Persistently request and watch for divine blessings. Gorikai II Konko Hagio 13-1. So there appears to be a virtue in setting a due date for something. You build more determination when you have a timeline to meet, as opposed to simply desiring improvement without setting a due date. And I've tried this several times with my patients. Not only those 2 times, I have several episodes of like, okay, when do you want to go home? When do you want to heal? And these patients have been going home or healing before that due date, around that due date. So there's something that needs to be researched, I think. And I think it's amazing where if you set your own due date, Kami-sama is going to do all that Kami-sama can to try to grant you those blessings. But never forget to continue to give thanks for our daily blessings. You know? And yes, arigatou gozaimashita. That's what I wanted to share with you today. That's like my legacy, to give thanks to your body and give appreciation every moment of our lives. Thank you.
Thank you for today's service. Edna Sensei mentioned we are going to have a Zoom Rotan Hanashi session after we start from 10:30. The theme is legacy. The dictionary says legacy is a gift left in a will, or something and down from generation from the previous. First, I thought of my legacy, like the legacy I can share is maybe the Konko tradition in the family. I'm going on the third generation and going to fourth. So this could be maybe perfect story to be shared. But today in the morning, I thought of maybe I should talk about what's founding and why founding. This is a tradition, a legacy we have I have established. Actually, I learned to found mochi as a family tradition back in my family Ehime about 60 or 70 years ago. So I know the basic elements of how to make mochi in the tradition manner. And when I came over here, when we have children, I want to share the joy of the mochi pounding to our children. So I try to make mochi to mochi, but we don't have any mochi mortar. It can be very expensive to transport from Japan to Hawaii. So I created a stainless steel mochi mortar. And about 33 years we have the past, the digital traditional past. So it's almost perfect mochi making tradition in Wahiwatas. So and we have invested maybe over $10,000 in the last 33 years for this tradition. Yesterday we held Ehime Kenjin Kai. I'm a member of Ehime Kenjin Kai, New Year's party. So I invited them to hold the New Year's meeting at Wahio Church. And just a few days ago, I thought maybe I should turn mochi for this meeting. And I tried to talk to my Sensei and it's maybe too difficult. And, but one of the members of the Ehime Kenji Kai answered, yes, it's a great idea. So I prepared for one day, clean up the whole entire and prepare for mochi mamare and soak mochi rice. And we really enjoy about 15 or 16 people showed up. Really enjoy. Actually, this is my first time to eat newly pounded mochi right after the sessions. So I made mochi also, and with I make ice uncle. So they really enjoy the pounding mochi and boiling mochi and eating mochi. So it was really a success. So this could be one of the legacy we established at Wahio Church. Actually, the founder said to the family members, if you want to keep the family harmony, do not keep much tradition, much founded tradition. I sometimes put this message. But maybe because so many bosses in the families, this is the right way to make it. This is the right, no, this is the way. So they always argue. There should be one core leader. So maybe the founder noticed the characters of the family members. If you want to keep the family harmony, don't make much. This is answer. It's my assumption. I'm not sure how if I'm kind of so in a way. Anyway, this is I want to share. And Edna Sensei mentioned baby, taking care of baby is just giving it. Being changed one under a diaper, feeding milk, and so on, eating materials food. Everything is given. Just baby just receive, give. If no given, baby dies. Nothing. But our child becomes older. He or she learns to give others. This maybe this stage could be become an adult, an individual, responsible adult. If we keep on asking, give me, I want to be taken care of, then it's not the state of growing up. And I thought, maybe the founder may never ask to be given. He tried to give. He tried to help other people to give. So, and at the same time, I imagine an image of water in a tap. In the Konko tradition teaching, if you want to try to get the water and put, what do you? The water goes away. If we put the tap away, the water comes this way. They're so true. If we ask, I want, then it goes away. If you give away, then maybe come back. This is maybe the truth of the life. If you look many people in your area, you are living in, you may understand. Those people who ask, I want, not given, maybe suffer. Maybe I don't want to talk about the homeless people. If homeless people maybe want to be given, to be taken care of, this could be the main thing. They may not think of, I want to give up anything. This may be a very big difference. If you can be an individual who can give, who can help other people, then you can be helped. And other people can be helped. So it is sort of tarai no mizu, water in the bathtub, and then the bathtub tap a hole. It's so true. Yeah. So I will. ありがとうございます。 ギアに根高大臣天地神の神神に願いおかげは我が心にあり今月今日で頼め
Sincerely with all your heart, be one with come. Come is blessings beginning within heart, grateful and caring, harmony and joy. Becoming always now and forever, on this very day we pray.
ギアに根高大臣天地神の神神に願いおかげは我が心にあり今月今日で頼め
Sincerely with all your heart, be one with come. Come is blessings beginning within heart, grateful and caring, harmony and joy. Becoming always now and forever, on this very day we pray. 10時半や。Let's do a little bit. これはまだある。終わった Are we done with this book?
あ、終わったね。
We're done, yeah?
終わります
So,
今日で
あれはあれ、
ご一緒に入れます
川原先生の。
はい
じゃあね、あれ、福田先生の。
おーそれで
あれ、福田先生の。
Oh, not this book then.
Yeah, it's this one. This book. 先生。ああ、すみません。Thank you. Oh, okay. Oh, water. Okay.
ページ2、4、
ありがとう。はい。
4、
P4。
ページ2、
2。
4、
4あるね。Okay, we're going to read this book today, Live with Faith, Shinjin no Kokoroe, Being a Konko Believer by Reverend Yoshiaki Fukuda Sensei of San Francisco Church. 信者の心へ。読む？はい、どうぞお母さん。Okay, Shinjin no Kokoroe was originally written in Japanese by the late Reverend Yoshiaki Fukuda Sensei, founder of the Konko Church of San Francisco. Many appreciate the straightforward, practical, and inspirational manner in which Shinjin no Kokoroe provides the basics as to how one should be a Konko believer by living with sincerity and in harmony with the way of the universe. The wisdom provided in Shinjin no Kokoroe is timeless as evidenced by its enduring appeal and active circulation currently in its 8th printing. You want to read it next?
I'll read it.
Okay.
Live with Faith came to fruition to commemorate Fukuda Sensei's 50th memorial anniversary. Readers should note that the emphasis in converting this book from Japanese was on capturing the forcefulness and directness of Fukuda Sensei's message, such that it would be easily understood and followed by today's English-speaking reader. Live with Faith is not a literal translation of Shinja no Kokoroe. Further, the teachings reflected in Live with Faith have not been edited or dampened for the sake of meeting today's standards of political correctness.
Written over 50 years ago, some of the teachings in Shinja no Kokoroe may seem impractical today. For example, daily church attendance was more feasible when believers lived within walking a distance of the judge in Japantown. However, the core messages behind these teachings are still profound.
Working together to make Fukuda Sensei's uncomplicated and sensible teachings available to today's English-speaking reader has been a blessing and a privilege. We trust that you will find this book useful in helping you to deepen your sincerity so that you may enjoy greater peace of mind and live a fuller and happier life. Live with faith.
H.I.B. Nobukuda, Al-Matsui, Katsumi, Miyake,
Miyai.
Reverend Miyaya, Yoan Torosa, Shinjan Kobore, Translation Team, November 27th. Acknowledgements. Spirit thanks to go to the Reverend Yasui and look at me. Initial translation Shinjan Kobore from Japanese into English. His contribution provided invaluable momentum towards the realization of this. We would also like to acknowledge the contribution made by Stephen Fukuda, book design, Reverend Richard Grange, finally edits, Reverend Masato Kawa's artwork, and Reverend Michihiro Yuasa Kawito.
Oh. Preface. Okay. Here we go. 네. Hey. Good morning. ただいまから歌を4つ歌わせていただきます。We're going to sing 4 songs. Page 57、真珠の栄光からです。よろしくお願いいたします。Amen. Chinese Bible, page 46. With a heart without a doubt and worry, I face my life every morning, wanting to shine, but somehow holding back joy and fear, still within my heart. Still I know, even one as small as I can run into someday and find a shining, shimmering, brilliant light flowing from a God that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, りがとうございました。Please take care オンラインの方。
ギアビー金剛大臣天地神の神神に願えおかげは我が心にあり今月今日でたまに Pray sincerely with all your heart with one with coming blessings to be in and heart grateful and caring and harmony and joy look to God always now and forever on this very day pray ゲラミ金剛大臣天地神の神神に願えおかげは我が心にあり今月今日でたまに Pray sincerely with all your heart with one with coming blessings to be in and heart grateful and caring and harmony and joy look to God always now and forever on this very day pray ありがとうございました。
Thank you so much. I found our flyer for the Rotary Hanashikai gathering. If you'd like to join us, our meeting ID and passcode is right here. Can you see it?
読めばいい。
ね。
読めば。
So meeting ID is 847-4142-7204 and the passcode is 063254 and we'll log on at 10:30 a.m. So that's in 10 minutes. If you can join us, please do so. We'll celebrate and share your legacy at the Hanashikai. So the Honolulu Church and the Waipahu Church will also be joining us. I don't know. はい、ありがとうございました。Have a good week. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, May.
Next week は、ホノルル教会なんだ。